What's up, y'all? Good morning. Well, so we're trying to clean this up a little bit here today, and the reason why is because eventually, someday, we're actually going to get power on this property. And from what they tell me, they're going to come from this pole and go straight through there. So we came down here this morning, cut some trees down. Zach was working down here yesterday. I'll show you guys that in a second. But we're gonna pull all this stuff down here, clean this out. So when they do set our first pole right here, they've got a clear, unobstructed spot they can get through. And probably for the next few days, I'm gonna try and cut some trees down and move some stuff around, just because I gotta get the ball rolling on power for this property. So since the building's all dried in, we'll work on that for a couple days. When we dug our little ditch here a few weeks ago, I think what happens, maybe you guys can clarify this, but I think what happens is during the winter, I'm assuming that the moisture in the ground, the water in the ground, freezes in the ground. Well, even if it's not raining too much, when it starts to thaw, the ground starts to thaw, man, it rushes out of the bank here. And somebody that's never lived in this climate, I didn't really think about that. And it was real bad up there. And the water was running down this road so bad that it's really messing it up down here at the bottom. So we came down, dug a little ditch, off it went. Water's going out in the street, which is not ideal, but we'll fix that. Then I drove through it with the bulldozer by accident, messed it all up. Zach came down yesterday, fixed that up. So the other problem that we're having is we're having to hit this corner pretty fast when it's slick. And over time, we filled all this in with dirt and rock. So obviously it's gonna compact itself. Well, this whole thing right here where we filled this in, this platform right here has probably dropped about, in some cases, maybe 2 feet, where it's just getting, but it's getting rock hard. So as we're pulling trees out of here, we're gonna move this bank back. And it's probably not something I'm doing today, but hopefully soon we'll get to that. But for right now, what we're definitely gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pull these 2 trees out of here today. And we might even take some of this dirt we've got sitting here and start filling this back in a little bit and get this built back up just a little bit. And we'll hopefully, then we don't have to go all the way out to get around that corner. My goal was to not take a whole lot of this out because we want to push that back to be able to go around there like that. But I mean, there's just some trees here I really don't want to take out. So I'm gonna try and leave those. I'll take these little ones out and we'll push that bank back. We gotta take one pretty good sized tree out there, but then I can move that bank back probably 4 or 5 feet. So that's gonna get our radius shorter. We don't have to go up here and just make a left turn. And then we're gonna do the same here. We're gonna pull that tree out today. We're gonna fill some of this in right here. So it's just, we're just trying things. We don't know what's gonna happen when we do this because we've never done it before. So we're kind of trying as we go. We're also gonna fix our we're gonna build a ditch down here by the road because we got water running across the road and stuff. And although nobody around here seems to care about much, I don't want it running over there. So we're gonna fix that today too, which we'll get you guys involved in. But for right now, I think Zach needs me to cut some logs up. So let's go take care of that.
cut itself?
Yeah, that was fucking pissed off, wasn't it? That looks like... building that up over there a little bit so we're not making a left and fucking climbing hills. It's always been my goal, but it seems like I can never get it done.
That's how it was originally, but then it wore away. And now that corner is another fucking 6 feet farther that way.
Down there where those little piles are right there, start piling some stuff right in there. And just packing it down right there. I think that'd be a good start. Good morning, y'all. We're back today, pretty much the same as yesterday, but y'all are gonna see. So Zach's working on a cable over there to pull trees. I am working on chainsaw. Got to get this thing cleaned up, do a little maintenance, and I mucked the blade up yesterday and the chain, and I got to get that fixed. As this is my bigger saw, and I definitely gonna have to use this today. So yeah, let's get to work. All right, y'all, here we go. We're ready to go. Zach's got him a spot stuck, dug out. He's sitting there waiting to go, and here's our guy right here.
Blowing about that direction. Zach, can you take that off a little bit? Can you move that way a little bit? Yeah. I want you to be able to push it further that way. I can turn around and get a little farther, or take that out. Back out, turn your blade to the right. I don't want you to get too far away from it and kind of lose control of it. That's good, Zach. Right there. Let me get my camera out. It's already cool. Beautiful, dude.
All right, y'all, we're working on the tree still. Zach's gonna actually try to move this tree out of the way because we're getting kind of low in fuel in that thing, and I was gonna maybe take the trailer home tonight, throw a bunch of cans on it, go get fuel for what we've got to take care of here in a couple days. Where we're gonna need fuel. But what I wanted to kind of show you guys is that I know that we've talked about this before, and for some reason, no matter how many times this happens to me, I continually, you just don't think that there's a tree under the ground. You always think, oh, there's a tree. Yeah, you just cut it down and dig the stump out and off you go. the roots that we had dug along, when we pushed this driveway down, we saw roots. Well, they're actually not roots. They're branches to the tree. Now you can see they're big, so we're towards the bottom of the tree. But when they filled all this in, they just, like I had said before, they just come in here and fill these trees right in. This tree might be, I mean, right now it is a minimum of 6 feet. I'm basically standing higher than Zach is right now, standing just about on the driveway. So we're about 6 feet. I've seen these trees down here when we were digging that were 10, 15 feet under the ground. The funny thing was when me and Zach were talking about this earlier, Zach goes, oh, I counted the rings. There's 51 rings. And I'm like, damn, you know, I wouldn't have guessed that. I would have guessed this tree was somewhere between 60 and 65 years old. Just an uneducated guess based on, you know, what we see. And so Zach starts digging and we start talking about the tree and he goes, well, at least it's 51 here. It might be 65 down there when you start counting the rings from the bottom. So anyway, I think I might go grab some fuel because Zach, we're working on quite a slope here. And I do not want this thing to run out of fuel because these things are a bitch to, you got to crack all the injector lines and then you got to spin it over for minutes and minutes to get it to fire up. Just don't really want to do that. So Zach's moving some stuff out of the way for me. My truck is all the way down at the bottom of the driveway. So I'm going to go get 2 cans from up there. I think I'm going to go grab some fuel and continue to work. So Zach's got enough to work while I'm gone. So it won't be totally wasted, but that's what we're doing right now. What should have been a 45-minute ordeal to get this stump out is now might take 3 or 4 hours. So that's what happens when you're doing shit like this. It just every day spirals into something you had no idea that it was going to be. So. All right, y'all, I'm back. We're fueled up. We got the track knocked off that thing, put that back on. Zach is working with a huge stump right there. Woo. Yeah, machine don't want to lift that one. Hey, Zach, see if you can extend the arm down and grab more towards the bottom, and you should be able to drive it out. Yep, that should do it. Man. Ooh, there is. There's probably 800 pounds worth of dirt in that thing. That root ball is so condensed that we're gonna have to beat that thing up pretty good to get the dirt out of that one. I'm not putting my saw in there because it'll ruin it. But yeah, got a big hole to fill. We're gonna clean up our stuff down here and then we're gonna assess what time it is and what we're gonna do from there. So yeah, here we go.